And as you arrive here in your first seat, let the gaze be soft to the floor or invite the eyes to close. If you would like to take this meditation in any other shape, you're welcome to do so. Simply be in a place where you can begin now to tune in to your breath. As you breathe here, feel movement that comes with your breath. And as you continue to breathe here, begin to draw your awareness down to the places on your body that meet the floor, the props. And those places on your body that meet the floors, they root down, connecting down into the earth, this grounded seat. And here in your grounded seat, and feel the breath expand up and fill your shape. Expansion on the inhale, ease on the exhale. Allowing the grounded nature of your seat and this smooth, even breath to invite you to arrive and to carve out the space for yourself. Become a little more aware of the inhale and how the inhale draws into the body. Imagine you can follow your inhale into the body. And as you follow the inhale inward, imagine now that you can come to sit with your heart space. Lingering here in the center of your chest with a brilliant green orb. And watch this orb of energy, this wheel of light expand as you breathe in. And that light and energy travels through the body as you breathe out. And here in your heart space, your source of what is called your sankalpa. Sankalpa translates to heart's most desire. You could think about it like an intention, or even better, an affirmation. And feel the ebb and flow of your breath. Visualize that green light of your heart space, Anahata chakra. And ask your heart, what would you like to see happen in our life? What is your greatest desire? Know that this could be about anything at all. Posing this question to your heart. As we linger here in this grounded, mindful seat, open to release the question into your heart and open to receive whatever may come at any point in time. As you linger here in your grounded, mindful seat, we linger, listen, and breathe. As you continue to breathe in this grounded seat, please know that the question is the most important part. There would be no answer without the question. And this could be the beginning of a very long conversation. What is my heart's deepest desire? We'll carry this question with us, and perhaps the answer will find us along the way through our asana, our physical practice. Do not fear if something does not come up immediately. It can be a long conversation, and I will give you ideas and options later on to perhaps use as a sankalpa, an affirmation for your yoga nidra. Invite a breath in where you are. Feel the softness of the exhale. Allow the eyes to gently blink open, but remain soft. Perhaps think about, instead of looking at things, allow the images to come to you. Our first shape we're going to set up is convenient because when we put the bolster, the shapes, the props in place, we'll be able to keep them in place. So this might be a bolster, it might be 2 pillows. Actually, that seems pretty amazing. I might just do that. You can pile things up a bit higher if you have a need to pile them higher. We'll see how that goes. We're going to take, and so with this shape here, this structure we've built, and it can kind of ebb and flow. We're going to keep this just here on the mat, and we're going to move ourselves around it through a series of movements of the spine. And the first shape we're going to take is we're going to come into restorative child's pose. Now, if you find that sitting back on your heels is a bit much for the knees, you can certainly take this shape on your back, holding your knees in towards your body. Have a little space between your knees and then scoot the bolster just sort of to the kneecaps-ish. If you find that there's a lot of tension in your hips, you can take an extra pillow or something, tuck it between your thighs and your shins. That's pretty nice. Then we're going to begin to shift forward to lie on the bolster. I recommend turning one cheek down just because it'll allow you to breathe. And along the way, I'll advise you when you can turn the other cheek. Letting the palms rest upon the mat, the arms to be heavy, or maybe even giving the bolster a little hug. And please note, this is not a comfortable place to be. You can add some more props or shift this in any way so that it is a place of comfort. An alternative pose, which will not be exactly the same, but in case you need something different, you can come onto your back, bring the knees together for constructive rest. It's a nice place to literally rest the body. And this is something, a default shape at any time you could take. And you find your way here into this first restorative shape, allowing your body to be supported. And come back to noticing the places on your body that meet now the props and the mat and the floor. Can you invite your body to sink into the shape 2% more? And turning your gaze and your body inward. Being held in the shape. Smooth, even breath as you linger. Listen and breathe. Breathe in here. And breathe out. If you had the gaze turned one direction, very gently lift your head and see if your neck agrees with turning it the other direction. And please know that if it doesn't, you can simply come back to that first side. It's just that easy. Allowing those little shifts to be ripples in the water, bits of turbulence, smooth back out. Begin to draw your awareness back to your heart space. And see yourself here. Imagine you're standing as a witness, watching you experience these shapes. See yourself curled up around your heart space, protecting it, just like the sweet, dear thing that it is. Offering it this practice as a gift, time and space to slow down, room to breathe. Invite a breath in and out. And roll your mind's eye down to your fingertips and your hands. And feel where your palms meet the mat or the floor. And then take a moment to consider how smoothly, how slowly, how gently you could begin to press down and make your way up off the bolster, which you can leave exactly where it is. The gaze can remain soft or even closed, and just shift to find a seat wherever you land. As you eventually find your seat, Inhale your shoulders up. Invite them back and down. And here with the head stacked above the heart above the hips. Take a moment to notice whatever there is to notice. With a soft gaze and having this bolster shape, something you may, if you happen to have one of those fancy yoga blocks or a pillow or anything, you might like to place it under this top side of the bolster. So we're going to lie back on this shape. And because we spend extra time in our restorative shapes, so simply turn, bring the low back here. Have, if you happen to have an extra block or a pillow, have it over here on your right side, perhaps. It could also be a flat blanket or something else. Because we spend time, we have the ability to kind of adjust and make sure things are comfortable, because then we'll linger for a bit. And so as we take our legs out, begin to lie back and kind of just sort of test run. We want to feel supported. We want the neck to be comfortable. We want the low back to be comfortable. So if there's any pinchiness in the low back, you might need to shift away from the bolster a little bit. And once you've finagled that shape, found a place that is comfortable for you to spend time. And take a moment here. We've literally reversed the movement of the body. Coming from a supported forward fold here into a supported back bend. Bring your mind's eye to your right foot. And then slide your right foot in, sole of foot on mat, knee points to the ceiling. And then allow that right knee to open to the side into resting tree. If you want to bring that item on your right-hand side beneath either just the knee or the whole outside of your right leg, you will create some support here. So I want the inner hamstring to be happy. You can rest your hands on your torso or let your arms come off to the side. With palms to the ceiling, that's an opening rotation for the shoulders. And once we've figured all of that out, breathe in. And breathe out. Feel the expansion of your sternum and your heart space, lifting towards the ceiling as you breathe in. And the softening of the shoulders and the body as you breathe out. While you spend time here, opening the heart space to the world, shining that light, perhaps coming back to the query, what would you like to see happen in your life? And here in this first side of resting tree, the question has been posed. The heart is open. We linger, listen, and breathe. as you continue to breathe here. Perhaps consider each shape you find as a container for the meditation, perhaps the meditation on your breath, or allowing that question to be a mantra, words you repeat, just allowing them to roll around in your mind. Breathe in and out. Begin to summon a bit of strength in that right leg. Option to bring the knee back up to the ceiling and or simply extend the right leg out and long. And here, check in with one leg in relationship to the other. You can either have something else on your left side or shift that item from your right over to your left. Anytime rearranging or finagling, whatever feels best to be supportive of you and your practice. And we'll begin to slide the left foot in, solo foot to floor. Invite the left knee to butterfly open. Shifting the prop beneath that left leg, giving it more or less. Letting the energetic ripples for making these shifts just be what they are. And know that with time and patience, they smooth back out. Inviting your smooth, even breath to be your tether, your guide here to the present moment. And tune into the movement of your breath, the ebb and flow in this shape. Breathe in. Breathe out. Taking all the time you need to either draw the knee up to the ceiling and extend the left leg long, or simply slide that left leg all the way back out. Land next to the right. And check in with how your legs feel. And check in with how your back feels and how your neck feels. Making any adjustments that you might like for your back. And spend a little more time here in this heart opening shape. Two options while you're here. A, you can leave your legs long, making this sort of a restorative fish. Or B, you can begin to draw both feet in, bringing the two sides of the bent, open knees together into reclined, supported butterfly. Now, if you don't have quite enough items to support the legs to come into reclined butterfly and it's uncomfortable, I do invite you to simply take the legs long. But perhaps with the feet somewhere between closer and further from your body, you get a very Goldilocks kind of thing. Find it just right. Maybe grab an extra something so that the knees are supported. We have this opening shape, this heart space shines forward, creating space in the hips, allowing the legs to be heavy, the shoulders to be heavy. And finding this balance between the open and the grounded, the expansion of your inhale, the ease of your exhale. Please know that anytime you could take your legs long and you breathe into this shape. As you breathe into this shape, draw your mind to the places on your body that are supported by the props and the mat and the floor, the foundation all the way down to the earth. And visualize, imagine, know that the earth rises up to meet you. Here as the earth rises up to hold you in this shape. Can you imagine what it's like to let go? I imagine on a daily basis we're holding up or holding on, or just holding. What would it be like here to be held? As the earth supports the shape, your shape holds space for your breath. Your breath cradles your mind, your awareness. If your palms are facing the ceiling, with an inhale, make gentle fists, draw them in. With the exhale, unfurl the fingers, let them go. And two more. Inhale, feel the chest expand, palms draw in, fingers draw in. Releasing the breath, softening, fingertips unfurl. Breathe in, soft fists. Release of the exhale. Allow yourself to be held in this shape as you linger, listen, and breathe. Invite a breath in. Empty that out. If you had your legs in butterfly, taking all the time you need to either draw them back up to the ceiling, extend them long if you'd like, or perhaps walk the feet out to the edges of the mat and kiss the knees together. If your legs are long, you could meet here with legs in what you can call constructive rest, feet wide, knees together. Might feel nice. If you find that doesn't feel as nice as you'd like it to, you could certainly just take the legs long once more. And here, begin to contemplate how gently, mindfully, and how strategically you could find your way back up to a seat. You might begin to shift over to one side, bringing hands next to you, gently pressing yourself up. The gaze be soft or closed. You can also grab your legs and draw yourself forward, just eventually arriving wherever you might be. As you come into this seat, head above heart, heart above hips, notice what there is to notice. Expansive breath in, easeful breath out. From here, we're going to find one last shape before our final place for our practice of Yoga Nidra. And I'm going to show one option. If you find that it's not a comfortable option for you, we can certainly take a supine twist instead of this version of a twist. Perhaps we just see if this works out. So I shifted the block away from the end of the bolster. And I'm going to just sit so I have my right hip next to the bolster. And then from here, you can set your legs up so they sort of stack, sort of like a old school JCPenney pose, right? It's Christmas pictures, long days past. And so here, you're going to turn and bring one hand on either side of that bolster and begin to slide yourself down. Theoretically, the chest comes down to the bolster. You can turn your gaze to the left, which is more neutral, or your gaze to the right, which is more sensation for the neck. And if you found yourself here in this shape and you're like, I don't know, Gretchen, this isn't really my jam, I'm not feeling it. So if you feel like that, you could take the bolster to the side, return to your back supine, and then we'll have two sides. So we'll start maybe with that left leg across into a supine twist. Okay? In either case, time is here for us to spend. So once you've sorted out your shape, whether it's the prone twist or a supine spinal twist, all is well. This twist helps neutralize the spine after the lovely back bend we lingered in. And the twist gives our spine a massage, gives our insides a little love. So we investigate the different movements of the spine here, nurturing the body, but also bringing balance to the energy and the body and the mind. And bring your awareness back to your breath. No matter what shape you have found, what variation you've taken, allow your smooth, even breath to wash over your shape. And softening the edges. And do linger in your twist. Invite another breath in here. And let that go. If you're in the prone twist facing the bolster, once again locating your hands. If you had the gaze turned to the right, just gently returning your gaze to the left. And begin to walk yourself back up off the shape. And perhaps turn just to sit with your back next to the bolster or wherever you might land. If you're in your supine twist, make your way back to center. As we all arrive in our version of center in our spaces, scattered across, each of us planting seeds, nurturing with our practice, and cultivating our intention or affirmation for carrying these things forward with us. If you took the seated prone twist, we'll begin to find your way simply to the opposite side, left hip next to bolster. If you're on your back with a supine twist, bringing the props to the opposite side, taking all the time you need. As you come into either version of the twist, please know that it's going to be different because we are asymmetrical. And I invite you to consider this as an opportunity to have a whole new experience. Turning the gaze in whatever direction feels good to you. And as you settle in, breathe in. Breathe out. As you breathe here in this shape, noticing how the breath moves, where your body's influenced by the breath as you linger here in this shape. That mindful awareness, making this a meditative practice, a subtle art of noticing. Breathe in. And breathe out. And draw your awareness once again back to your hands and your arms, summoning strength as you mindfully and gently press yourself back up. Find your way back to center, back to your seat. Gaze can be soft or closed. Perhaps here, notice the quality of your breath. And perhaps it's a bit different in relation to any given day, or even when you first sat down and settled in, connected. And shifting into our guided meditation, you can choose to revisit a heart opening shape lying back on the bolster. You could also take that bolster shape and place it beneath your knees as you lie on your back. I'm a fan also, recently I've discovered if you stack it up a bit higher, you can bring your calves to support. If you have a bunch of stuff, it becomes a shape called astronaut, which is kind of fun. And that just gives an elevation to the legs, which might feel good in the low back. Whether it's a back bend or supported legs, or perhaps you just shift everything off to the side. Find your last shape to linger in for your practice of Yoga Nidra. Taking your time here to settle in as I share a few thoughts and ideas. As a reminder, Yoga Nidra, the practice itself, is one that we hear the whole thing because our subconscious is always listening. And you may have found your Sankalpa along the way, but if you didn't, no worries. Your Sankalpa could be something as simple and beautiful and true as I am enough. It could also be something like, I live in abundance. Or I move through life with ease and peace. I'll invite you to visit your Sankalpa at the beginning and the end of the practice. It is a piece of the practice, but the practice itself, just like asking the question, is valuable. The time you've given yourself, the space to settle in, and to relax back. Find this supported place where you can listen to the meditation. At any point, if you notice the mind wandering, simply draw the attention back. Allow the mind to rest upon the words that I share, or at any time, rest upon the breath, moving in and out of the shape you've chosen. And here, continue to let the weight of the body settle back. The collarbones and the shoulders releasing. Opening the chest to your breath. Simply observe your breath moving in and out of your body. Feel your chest expanding on the in-breath and softening on the out-breath. Notice the quality of the breath. Cool as it enters the body and warm as it leaves. Listen to the sound of your breath as it moves deep into your chest, like a gentle wind in a cave. Know that at this time, nothing else matters. Right now, nothing else exists but your body and your breath. Nowhere to go and nothing to do, but simply be. This time is for you. Linger here so your body and mind can deeply rest and rejuvenate. Try to remain conscious and aware while you are guided. Keep listening, deep listening, but also take comfort in knowing there is no wrong way to do this. Your subconscious is always listening, and you are still practicing Yoga Nidra. Now, picture your sankalpa or your affirmation you chose for today's practice. A statement in the present tense, a positive statement like, I live in radiant health. I am enough. Your affirmation will have more power if you picture it from a place of gratitude. And here in this place of gratitude, as you now repeat to yourself the words of your affirmation 3 times. Again, feel a deep sense of gratitude, knowing that it is already accomplished. Here in this place of relaxation, we will practice the rotation of consciousness in the body. Simply bring your awareness to each part of your body as you hear it described. Notice any sensations as you go. If you become distracted or notice the mind wandering, simply return to the practice. We will begin with the right side of your body. Bring your awareness to your right side body. Your right side body. Now draw your awareness to your left side body. Bring your awareness to your left side body. Your left side body. Feel your right and left side bodies together. Imagine drawing two beautiful, brilliant sides, cosmic zipper, side bodies drawn together. Two halves making one whole body together. Now, bring your attention to the back of your body, from your heels all the way up to the crown of your head, your whole back body, your whole back body. Now bring your awareness to the front of your body, from the tops of your feet all the way up to your forehead, your whole front body, your whole front body. Now visualize your front and back bodies coming together, like closing a cosmic gift box, a universe within your front and back bodies together. Your whole body together. Wrapped in a healing white light. Your whole body together. Allowing the awareness on your physical body to be set off to the side. And as you take your next breath, simply observe your natural breath. Notice inhalation. Feel exhalation. Become aware of the pause at the top and the bottom of your breath cycle. On your next inhale, breathe in the words, I am here. Inhale, I am here. As you find your next exhale, breathe out. This is now. Exhale. This is now. Inhale. I am here. Exhale. This is now. Continue to follow your breath, feeling the ebb and flow. And if it serves you, the mantra. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, this is now. Now let go of I am here. This is now. And simply return to your breath. Enjoy the sensation of the breath entering and leaving the body. And take a moment to fully experience the stillness between each breath cycle. Now I will guide you to feel sensations in your body. And if you're uncomfortable with these sensations, you are welcome to tune me out and come back to your breath. And here, begin to experience the sensation of gravity, like a thick, warm blanket covering the whole body. Imagine now that the body is becoming heavy. Every cell is heavy, sinking into the floor. Now relax that feeling. And imagine, feel the whole body is becoming light, almost weightless. You are so light that you are barely touching the floor, like a feather, ready to float away. Now relax that feeling. Feeling heavy, sinking back. Feel light, floating, heavy and light. Now, can you feel heavy and light at the same time? Releasing those sensations. And begin to withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes, your third eye center. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space. A space that extends as far as the eye can see. Concentrate on this space as you go on a journey. And use all of your senses to experience this journey. See yourself walking in a lush green forest. Notice above you that the tops of the trees meet, the canopy creating a green tunnel in a lush green forest. As you make your way along the path, pine needles crackling beneath your feet. In the distance, you hear birds and water, rushing water. And you begin to make your way down moss path. You feel the rocks beneath your feet as you turn and come upon a waterfall spilling into a crystal clear pool. You lie down near the pool. You see yourself lie down near the pool. You feel your body sink back into the earth. Letting everything go. Rays of sun dappling over your skin. A gentle breeze blowing against your skin. As you linger here, held by the earth, soft moss cradling you. You hear sounds of the waterfall. You are content, completely alive in this moment, completely aware of how you feel, knowing everything is as it should be. As you listen to your waterfall, you feel the energy of the water flow over your body. The water's energy healing you. The earth supports you, grounding you. In this place of healing, bliss fills you and surrounds you. You know yourself as bliss, perfect and complete. Stay here, resting by your waterfall, resting deeply and breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Recall your sankalpa, your positive statement. Repeat it now to yourself 3 times as though it is already happening. It is already the truth. The journey makes it so. Take this feeling of bliss, gather it up, wrap it around you. Do you make your way back up off the earth? Begin to walk back towards the moss-covered path. You pause, then look back upon your waterfall. Know that it is always with you, deep within. You can revisit your waterfall at any time. You find your way back up the moss path, over the crackling pine needles, through the lush green forest, and make your way back to this room. Bring your awareness back to your room and be aware of yourself lying here on your mat. In your mind's eye, picture the floor beneath you, the walls, and the ceiling above. Notice any sounds in the room and outside of the room. Now allow your breath to deepen. Draw the breath deep into your body, down to your toes, and out through your fingertips, up to the crown of the head. And begin to invite gentle movement back to your body. Wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles. And gently rocking your head from side to side. And take as much time as you need. When you find your next breath in, perhaps stretch the arms overhead as you breathe into the stretch from fingertip to toe tip. And then as you're ready, draw your knees in towards your body. Find your way over to one side, resting your head and your arm as you savor the stillness. Linger, listening to your breath. And know that you could stay exactly as you are. No need to move or shift. Or, if you'd like, begin to gently press yourself back up to find your seat one last time. And the eyes soft or closed, head stacked above heart, heart stacked above hips. Here in the seat, the earth rising up to meet you, to hold you, to hold your breath, to support your practice on and off the mat. Palms come together. Thumbs rest upon heart center. Anjali Mudra, a mudra of offering. As you bow your chin to your chest, your brilliant, beautiful heart space, offering yourself gratitude for making the time, thanking your breath for being the foundation of your practice and guiding your way, thanking your body for being so patient and resilient and strong. A lift of the chin, a lift of the heart space, shoulders heavy. Thumbs travel to third eye point, your seat of intuition. The light in me sees, honors, and celebrates the light in you. And when I'm in that space, and you are in yours, those lights join, and we are one, and share the word Namaste.